Hey guys, this is Jim Fuge, and this is guitarbyjimi.com, and I'm going to teach the lead break to Can't Buy Me Love today by the Beatles, 1964. And, it's not a terribly difficult lead break, but as usual with the Beatles, there is one or two tricky things in this, actually. And I'd like to also say there's maybe one thing in the lead break that I don't think a lot of people catch, and then also the opposite effect. I think people actually overplay this lead break for two reasons. Number one is I think there's actually another guitar there was a take, an alternate take of this lead, and maybe it was on a track with other stuff. You know, they only had 4 tracks in those days, so maybe it was recorded with the bass and the guitar live. I mean, I don't know. It could be with the rhythm and Paul on the bass. So what happens was maybe if this lead was no good, they tried to lower it down on the mix, but it still bled through on the final version. So anyway, you can hear little snippets of that guitar in the lead break. So that kind of throws extra notes in there that you think you're hearing. But anyway, the prominent lead break is doing less, I believe, than what meets the ear. The second thing is obviously there's some sort of a delay on this. So when George goes, it sounds like, but I really don't believe he's hitting that extra note, actually. I think that's just the delay doing it. So if you play this live and you want to do it to fill it out, that's fine. But I really don't believe it's there. If you have a delay, you will actually get that effect pretty well if you just go. So let's do the lead break. And there's actually one thing in there that I don't think is as noticeable as people realize. So anyway, it's kind of in the key of C, and you're kind of in the blues area. So let's go ahead. So 3 shots with a lot of wiggling. Then you go. Okay. 2, 3. Now, here's some extra thing in here that I don't think is as noticeable to a lot of people. There's an extra 2 notes in there. And actually, what I hear is a C note in there too. So, to explain it in English, this is what I hear. I'm just going to tell you what I hear, and then I'll give you my theory, what's really going on here, and what I would do if I was playing this live. So, anyway. So the C note's first, then 2 shots of this, but also you can hear a C note at the same time this E flat note is playing. I mean, that sounds a little busy. I think what he really played in this one lead guitar is this. Just the 2 E flat notes. So why do I hear a C note? I think that's that alternate guitar from the original take. So listen, I hear definitely, no doubt about it, there's a C note there that's being played by another guitar's alternate take. So anyway, what I would do live is probably just play this note. You know, sometimes if you want to throw this in, you can, but... So anyway, there's extra 2 E flat notes in there that I think a lot of people don't do. They just go. Pretty cool, huh? All right, so the second part is only 2 times of wiggling. Excuse me, 1 wiggle, then 1 bend. Okay. All right, let me get back for a minute. Yes, 2 times in total, 1 wiggle, 1 bend. Then he goes into this next part. Then he comes all the way back down in the blues scale. He slides these last 2. And you can hear him slide too. I don't think he goes. And plus this E string sounds too heavy. Okay, so let's go on to the next part, and then I'll do the whole thing over slowly. Then he goes to F7, exactly like this. He doesn't put his finger here, just keeps the pinky in the air. So it's 1 shot and 4 shots rhythmically. Nice, you know. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then he goes kind of like the beginning, 3 wiggles. This is what it sounds like but I really don't hear this extra note being played. I think that is definitely just a delay making that effect. So when I play this live, I would have a delay on and go. So this part, actually what he played is like the beginning, 3 times, and that's it. Okay. So the next part is the G, right? So he goes a G and a B, slide into it from an F, and go down to an F. Okay. Okay, then he hits an F note. Slide. Slide back. Slowly. Okay, so let's do it slowly, the whole thing, and then I'll play up to speed. Excuse me. So 1 wiggle and 1 bend. Break reminds me of Keith Richards type playing, actually. Very, very Chicago-y bluesy kind of playing. Kind of sounds like something Keith would do. You know what I mean? So anyway, let's try it up to speed. Money, money can't buy me love. Oops, see, I made a mistake. You see, I forgot those 2 E flats. Whoops, you see, I forgot that too. Let's try that again. See, I'm inclined to wanting to do that myself. But I'm just trying to, if I had a delay, I wouldn't do it, because I'd hear it coming back to me. One more time. Pretty cool, huh? I tell you, this extra 2 E flat notes throws you off. Pretty cool, huh? See, I think a lot of people miss that note. It's pretty cool. That sounds like definitely Keith Richards type playing, actually. It's funny. But that's Can't Buy Me Love by the Beatles. George, great guitar player, one of my favorites. And I'm Jim Fuge, and this is guitarbyjimi.com. Thanks for listening, guys, and I appreciate your support. Good playing.